Hi, my name is Elizabeth Belding, and I'm here with my collaborators, Jennifer Navarez and Marissa Duarte, and we're here to tell you about the Pueblo Connect project, which is all about expanding internet access and content relevance in tribal communities. And the reason we chose to focus on tribal communities is because Native American reservations and pueblos have the lowest internet penetration rates within the country. So the first goal of our work is to quantify and contextualize this lack of internet access with a particular focus on cellular and mobile connectivity within reservations and pueblos across the US. Based on this data, we then want to develop new technical solutions that are appropriate for extending internet access into these remote regions, which tend to be quite sparsely populated and not near urban centers of connectivity. Finally, in parallel with these efforts, we also want to increase technical literacy and capacity within our partner Pueblo communities, as well as within the region in northern New Mexico. Our project is informed by a number of both informal and formal mechanisms. These include surveys, interviews, and informal community discussions, both online and on the ground with our partner Pueblos. It includes technical fieldwork and measurements where we've gone out to our partner Pueblos and measured cellular signal quality as well as performance. And it also includes observations by our team as well as by our partners, both before and during COVID-19. Our partner Pueblos were particularly hard hit by the pandemic, in part because of the lack of internet access across the Pueblos. We have a number of fundamental research contributions that are both technical and based in social science. So we'll talk about just a few of these here. The first of these is LoRaX, which is an extension of LoRa. LoRa is an existing high bandwidth, an existing low data rate, low power ubiquitous connectivity that we've used to extend the internet into parts of Native American reservations and pueblos where it doesn't already exist, where internet access does not already exist. We've coupled LoRaX with SCC and SCC front end so that members of these communities can use LoRaX in order to interface with their SCC storefronts so that they can, for instance, respond to customer queries and maintain their websites even though they don't have full-fledged internet connectivity. We've also designed the CellWatch application, which is a crowdsourcing platform and app that measures internet coverage, again, particularly focusing on cellular and mobile coverage. It measures signal quality as well as performance, and it was inspired by direct conversations with our partner Pueblos, where cellular providers claimed coverage within their communities, but this was in conflict with what community members had experienced as they traveled throughout the Pueblo. So we've used CellWatch and related software in order to perform actual measurements of coverage within the communities. And it's designed to allow community members to collect the data themselves and then to crowdsource that data and plot it on a map so that they can see what mobile coverage and quality actually looks like within their communities.
The pandemic revealed factors shaping access across systems in crisis. We designed the full circle model for HCI work shaped by tribal sovereignty. Caring for community is key. We supported mutual aid, policy work, and conversations with folks from reservation and Hispanic communities. In this figure, we depict how cultural humility and sovereignty bolster technical know-how and human labor. For a family, access is about knowing who has affordable access and how access points fit a family's schedule. It's about teachers and doctors knowing how a family engages online. Those anecdotes and knowledge of the physical and economic landscape shape technical fixes. Relationships to place shape desire for digital skill building. COVID relief funding has stimulated middle mile build out as well as priority for urban 5G. So we note how connectivity may trickle away from last mile families. Inflation cuts the budget for ICT dollars in Indian country, and recent Supreme Court decisions affect taxation on Indian lands, which will impact digital enterprise. While tribes have received funds for fiber to the home, our work shows the need for skilled advocates rooted in Indian country. The state may also creatively acquire accurate data about spectrum, speed, subscriptions, and whether rural homes are represented by zip code. So let's talk about Project Evolution. Tribes require assistance for economic development planning. Through a convening, working group, and workforce development, tribes are coming to the table. Our team first suggested TV white space, however, emergency planning demanded standard solutions. As scientists, this leads us to rethink access in terms of anti-fragility planning. What does technical innovation look like with tribes building a new quality of life?
Speaking of community impact, we highlight technical capacity building and digital equity support, including software, media, GIS, cell measurement, and website training, support for more than 250 Native artists, entrepreneurs, students, agencies, and programs to get online, plus paid internships, digital coaching, and certification training for 24 Native fiber optic technicians. To build local sustainability, we also supported development of the New Mexico Broadband Collective, Broadband Summit, Broadband Equity Grant Program, and the digitalequitynm.com portal, and the first New Mexico Tribal Broadband Convening to connect tribes with each other and with key agencies, including NTIA and FCC.
We have a number of next steps planned. The first of these is fully developing our Cell Watch app into a full ecosystem through additional funding we've been able to obtain. This includes developing a community-facing coordination tool as well as a more robust database backend for data storage. We also have planned a number of interviews and focus groups to conduct within our partner communities, as well as an ethnographic analysis to complete. Our sustainability will be accomplished in a number of ways, including through the local technical capacity that we've built, the New Mexico Broadband Collective, and the Digital Equity NM website, as well as through different curriculum and new grants in order to continue the work. So thank you very much for an opportunity to tell you about our project.